Welcome to T1 Academy. In our last sessions, we discussed some of the important concepts of the UPSC CSAT paper. Today in this session, we are going to learn one more concept, that is LCM and HCF students. See here students, this LCM and HCF, whether they ask a question from this directly or not, but what happens with this LCM and HCF is usually we are going to use this concept in many other areas. Okay, so this LCM and HCF concept is very important for us. Not only direct from in the perspective that a direct question from LCM and HCF, sometimes we may also use the applications of LCM and HCF. We will see today in this session about the LCM and HCF. We will go in a brief manner students, we will not go in detailed way. Generally, whatever the things which are required for us for the CSAT paper, we will discuss about those things only in this session. Now see here students, we all know what is LCM? LCM means least common multiple. LCM is nothing but the least common multiple. That means usually if we want to find the LCM, we will have a minimum of two numbers. We can find the LCM of two numbers. For a single number, we cannot tell the LCM. Usually we will have the concept of LCM. Next one is HCF. That is the highest common factor. This is also the same thing. Okay, so we should know some basic things, some basic and important points. The first one is LCM of numbers. Numbers will be always greater than or equal to given numbers. Okay, LCM of the given numbers will be always greater than or equal to the given numbers. In case of HCF, HCF will be always less than or equal to the given numbers. What is the reason behind this? What is the reason behind this? Very simple students. What are called LCMs? These are multiples, right? From where our multiple starts usually? From the given number, right? For example, a number is some n. What are the multiples of n? Tell me. N, 2n, 3n, 4n, like this, right? So multiples will be always starting from the number itself. So always our LCM will be equal to the given number or greater than the given number. Okay, given numbers. Next, when it comes to HCF, what are HCFs? Factors, right? What is the highest factor of any given number? The number itself, right? What is the highest factor of any given number? The number itself. So in the worst case also, at max it can go to the given number, but it will not cross the given numbers, any one of the given numbers. Understood students? Right? In this manner, we are going to find the LCM and HCFs. LCM and we will see. I will take the general examples for your understanding, but why I am discussing these 2 points means there is a chance of asking these statements in statement based questions. Okay, they may give us some n, x and something like that, and they may ask us. So for that reason, we need to know these basic things. Next, okay, sir. Next, how we will find the LCM and HCF of given numbers? See here students, there are many techniques and all those things. We will not bother about all those things. We will follow our traditional method only. Okay, to find the LCM or HCF. For example, if I want to find the LCM of two numbers, 120 and some 150. If I want to find the LCM of these two numbers, then how I will find the LCM? Simple, do the prime factorization. That means simply try to divide it with the prime numbers. Okay, so 260s are, 275s are. Next in 3 table, 320s are, 325s are. Right, next in what table it will go? In 5 table. 5 4s are, 5 5s are. Right, understood? Next what I can take? 2, 2 and 5. At last all the prime numbers. I was left with only the prime numbers here, right? So what is my LCM here? 2 into 3 into 5 into 2. So what happens? 2 3s are 6, 6 5s are 30, 32s are 60, 62s are 120, 125s are 600. So the LCM of 120 and 150 is what for us here? 600. 600. So in this way we will find the LCMs. Okay, when it comes to the HCF, how we will find the HCF? 120 and 150. For the same numbers we will see. Okay, what I will do? In 2 table, 2 60s are, 2 75s are okay, good. Next in 3 table, 3 20s are, 3 25s are. Next in 5 table, 5 4s are, 5 5s are. Now please observe here students, one basic thing here is, here in this case if you observe carefully, even though 2 is not going to divide 5, right? Here 2 is not dividing 5, but still what I am doing, I can go forward. 2 2s and 2 5s. But in this case, if you want to go forward means, always remember all the numbers should be divisible. Then only you should go forward, else you should not go forward. Now here in this case, I cannot take 2 here. Why? Because 2 is not going to divide 5. Understood? If even one number is not divisible, we cannot continue our process. So we will leave our procedure there itself and we will close the procedure. And the HCF of these numbers will be, see here in this case we will multiply all the numbers, but in this case we will multiply only these numbers. So 2 into 3 into 5. 2 into 3 into 5. So 2 3s are 6, 6 5s are 30. So the HCF of 120 and 150 is 30 here. The HCF of 120 and 150 is 30 here. Understood students? Almost both the procedures are same. Two differences are there. The first difference is, here we will multiply the complete number. Here we will multiply only these numbers. And the second one is, here even though if any number is not divisible, we can go forward. But in this case, to move forward, all the numbers should be divisible, else we should not move forward. Understood? So these are the two differences between LCM and HCF, and this is the standard procedure which we have learnt in our schooling. And no need to worry about all the remaining methods. We don't require those things. It is waste of time in learning all those things. Simple. How we will find LCM is like this. How we will find HCF is like this. And if it is the case of P by Qs, that means if you want to find the LCM and HCF of P by Qs, that means a fraction. If it is the LCM of fractions means, how we will find the LCM of fractions means, students, LCM of numerators by HCF of denominators. HCF of denominators. And similarly, if you want to find the HCF of fractions, what we will do is, we will do the similar one, but little bit difference. Here we are finding the HCF, right? So HCF of numerators by LCM of denominators. So in this manner, we are going to find the LCM and HCF of P by Q forms or fractions. So this is the procedure. Next, we will have one more thing, how we will find the LCM and HCF of decimals. For example, if you want to find the LCM of 0.05, okay, 0.5 and 0.25. If you want to find the LCM between these two numbers, how usually we will find the LCM between these two numbers means, see here students, first and foremost thing, to make it simple, what we will do is, we will try to equal the decimal points. See, you can put whatever the number of zeros you want beside in the right side. Why? Because it will not have any value. And similarly, what it becomes, anyway this is 0.25. What I made initially means, I equaled the decimal points. Whatever the case, you can do this one. Now ignore the decimal points, so that these two numbers will become what? 50 and 25. Now find the LCM between these two numbers. Now find the LCM between these two numbers. So 5 10s are 50, 5 5s are 25. Next, 5 2s are 50, 5 1s are 5. So this is the find all prime numbers. 5 5s are 25, 25 2s are 50. So the LCM what I got? 50. But how many decimal points I removed here? 2, right? So simply put the same. So 0.50. Understood students? 0.50. This is the LCM of 0.50 and 0.25. So in this manner, we are going to find the LCM and HCF of normal numbers, P by Q numbers, and as well as decimals. And procedure is the same procedure which we have learnt in our schooling. Don't learn any other procedures. It is waste of time. In our case, we simply know, we should know that where we need to apply LCM and where we need to apply HCF. That's it. Understood? Now, next. Now, there is one relation between this LCM and HCF, especially the HCF, with our ratios. We should know that relation also. Why? Because they are asking some questions based on that also. We will try to find the relation between our HCF and ratio. Sir, what is the relation between HCF and ratio? See here, for example, if you want to write, if there are two numbers, some 30 and 20. If there are two numbers, some 30 and 20. Now, if you want to write them in the form of ratio, ratio means what? The simplified form of the given numbers. Now, what you people will do? 10 3s are 30, 10 2s are 20. So, you people will write this as 3:2, right? Am I correct? Am I correct? Yes, that is correct. Now, with what number you are cancelling this 30 and 20 here, students? With what number you are cancelling them? With 10. This 10 is nothing but the HCF of, this 10 is nothing but the HCF of 30 and 20. This 10 is nothing but the HCF of 30 and 20. That means to write two numbers in the form of ratio, usually we cancel them with their HCF without knowing to us. Without knowing to us, we will cancel them with their HCF. Understood, students? And now, and after cancelling them, see, when we write two numbers in the form of ratio, will they be further cancelable? No, right? We will cancel until and unless they are, what we can say, those two become co-primes. That means we cannot further cancel them. Now, please observe here, after cancelling two numbers to write in the form of a ratio, the two numbers will become what? The numbers, the final numbers which we can see in the number ratio will become always co-primes. That means 3 and 2 will be co-primes. Two observations. First one, to write a given number in the form of ratio, we always cancel them with their HCF. Understood? And next, after cancelling them, these 3 and 2 are the numbers. You will get some A is to B, right? This A and B will be always co-primes. What is the meaning of co-primes? Co-prime is nothing but whose HCF is 1. The numbers whose HCF is 1, we call them as co-primes. Understood? Now, next. Usually, if two numbers are in the ratio of some 4:5. If two numbers are in the ratio of some 4:5, then how you will assume, students? Generally we will assume them as 4x and 5x, right? 4x and 5x, 4a and 5a, like this we will assume the numbers. Now, what is this x? Just now we discussed. What is this x? Tell me. What is this x? This x is nothing but the HCF of those two numbers. Why? Because see here, students, actual numbers are what here? 30 and 20. After cancelling them, they became what? 3:2. To restore it to the original numbers, with what number I should multiply? With whatever the number we are cancelling, with the same number we need to multiply, right? With what we are cancelling them? With their HCF. We are cancelling them. To restore the number, what I need to do? I need to multiply with the HCF. That is nothing but, this x is nothing but the HCF. Right from our childhood, we are assuming the same manner. 4x and 5x, 5a or 4a, something like this, right? Whatever may be the variable. What is that variable is? That variable is nothing but the HCF of those two numbers. HCF. So, here we made 3 points. The first one is, to write two numbers in the form of ratio, we cancel them with their HCF. That is the first point. Second point is, after cancelling the numbers, the leftover values which are present in the ratios will be always co-primes. And the third one here is, to restore a ratio to its value. To restore a ratio to its value, we will multiply with their HCF. Understood? These are the 3 observations which we made, and with this there are some set of problems, students. Okay, usually most of the students will not identify from which area they are asking this type of questions. You may think that those numbers, those questions are related with any, what we can say, numbers or something like that. We will see those questions also later. Okay, now this is the relation. Next. See, already I told you, we will discuss only the questions which are related to CSAT. That's it. Next one is, see here, students, there is only one relation between LCM and HCF. If the LCM and HCF are given for two numbers, then the relation between LCM and HCF, is product of two numbers. two numbers is equal to product of their LCM and HCF. Product of their LCM and HCF. So, this is one more of the most important formula which is related to our LCM and HCF concept, students. Okay, product of two numbers will be equal to product of their LCM and HCF. Product of their LCM and HCF. So, based on this, we will have a set of questions. Okay, in that questions, we will apply our earlier concepts of our, we will cancel two numbers to write them in the form of ratio with their HCF. That concept is there, right? We will apply this concept, we will link this one with that concept. And we will have a set of questions. Okay, this is our understanding. Next, one of the most important thing which we will see in our question paper in CSAT paper is the same time, repetition. When the same thing will happen once again. When the same thing will happen. For example, we will go with a simple example. Assume that a red colored light will blink for every 5 seconds. For every 5 seconds. There is another light, that is green color one, okay, which blinks for every 8 seconds. When they both will blink simultaneously, that is the question. Assume that I started both of them at the same time. I turned on both the lights at the same time. Now, when both the lights will blink simultaneously or together, means see here. This red colored one will blink for every 5 seconds for once, right? So, it will blink at 5 seconds, next 10 seconds, 15 seconds, 20 seconds, 25 seconds, 30 seconds, 35 seconds, 40 seconds and so on. It will blink for every like 5 seconds like this. Now, when it comes to my green light, it will blink for every 8 seconds, right? So, at 8 seconds, it will blink for once. Next, at 16 seconds. Why? Because multiples of 8. Multiples of 8. Next, 24 seconds. Next, 32 seconds. Next, at 40 seconds. Next, at 48 seconds. Next, at 56 seconds and so on. Like this, it will blink. Now, when they both will blink simultaneously or together, means tell me at what time they both are blinking simultaneously. What actually I have written here? They are multiples, right? When they both will blink simultaneously, first of all tell me the common multiple times. That means at 40 they will blink simultaneously. Why? Because both will blink at 40th second. Next at 80, next at 120. That means these are what? Common multiples. These are common multiples. Okay. If I use the word immediately, after how many seconds they will both will blink simultaneously? Immediately. After how much time? Immediately means what? The first coming one. The first coming one means what? The least common multiple, right? What is the least common multiple between this 5 and 8? What is the least common? 40. So that means usually the one of the most important questions which we can have see in our LCM and HCF concept here is this type of questions. When an event occurs once again. Usually when an event occurs once again means at their common multiples time. And immediately after how much time the event will happen means the least common multiple. Immediately after 40 seconds they will blink together, right? Immediately after 40 seconds they will blink together. You can say that, for example, at 8 o'clock, at 8 a.m. I turned on. So immediately at what time it will blink together? Immediately at 8 o'clock, 0 minutes, 40 seconds they will blink together. Immediately they will blink together. Now, if my question is in 1 hour they blink together for how many times? In 1 hour they blink together for how many times? If this is the question, that means if we give you a time frame, if we give you a time frame, then how you will do? For one time it is taking what time? To blink simultaneously for one time it will take 40 seconds of time. What is this 40 seconds? Indirectly the LCM of 5 and 8. Indirectly the LCM of 5 and 8. So in 1 hour, how many times they will blink together means what? 1 hour means some n times. Assume that n times. 1 hour means how many seconds? 60 into 60 seconds. Why? Because 60 minutes 60 into 60 seconds. So now cross multiply this, what you will get? N into 40 is equal to, N into 40 is equal to 3600. 0, 0 get cancels, 4 ones, 4 nines and zeros. So in 1 hour, they together blink for how many times? 90 times. In 1 hour, they together blink for how many times? 90 times. So if the question is, when they will blink together, immediately means simply find the LCM and add that time to the given time. Definitely they will give you one particular time. Or else, in 1 hour, they will give you a time frame. In between so and so time, how many times it will happen together or simultaneously or once again, like that. So in that cases, as usual, first of all you need to find the LCM. There is no doubt in that. After finding the LCM, to happen that for one time, you take that time in the given time. That is in our case, that is 1 hour. So I have taken 60 into 60. It may be some 5 hours, 4 hours, 3 hours, whatever it may be. Take that one as your required time frame and calculate the number of times also. And remember one more thing. Sometimes this cannot be exactly multiple. See, actually, luckily here I got some exact multiple. For example, if my answer is happening for 39 seconds, that means if the two lights blink simultaneously for every 39 seconds. Now please observe here, 39 seconds one time. So in 60 into 60 seconds, how many times? N times, right? So what you will get here? 39 into n is equal to 3600. So n value will become what? 3600 by 39. 3600 by 39. Understood? So now what will happen here, students? Please observe carefully. Actually 39 is not going to divide exactly this 3600. 13 times and 1200. So n value what I got here now? 1200 by 13, which is not an exact multiple one, but try to divide it. What you will get here? 1200 when you divide it with 13. Okay, what you will get here, students? 13 sevens are what you will get? 13 sevens. No, it is not possible for me. It is going to take more time. Next here, what you will get here? 1200 and 13. Okay, we will see 13, 139, 13 nines are 117. So what you will get here? Remainder as 3, 0. 13 twos are 26 and 4. No need to worry about this remainder. Simply you can say that they will together blink for how many times? 92 times. You can say your answer as 92 times. 92 times. Understood? 92 times. Understood? Like this, we cannot tell our answer. Sometimes it may be exactly divisible, sometimes may not be. But even though we will simply divide it and only observe the quotient. We will not bother about remainder. Whether we will get a remainder or not, it doesn't matter for us. We will only observe the quotient. Understood? So these are the things which are required for us to solve the questions, especially for UPSC CSAT. Okay. Now we will solve some of the questions as well as previous year's questions also. Together we will try to solve them. Now see here, 3 bells chime at an interval of 18, 24 and 32 minutes. Just now I told you, right? A similar one. So there are 3 bells, they can chime together at 18, 24 and 32 minutes respectively. At a certain time, they begin to chime together. Okay. What length of time will elapse before they chime together again? So after how much time they once again will chime? So what is this question? This question is related to our LCM concept, right? We need to find the LCM. After how much time once again they will ring together? So what we need to find here? LCM of the given times. LCM of 18, 24 and 32. Go with your traditional method. Don't follow any other method and do silly mistakes. Make it simple. So what you can say? 18, 24 and 32. With what table? With 2 table I will go 2 9s, 2 12s, 2 16s. Next in 3 table 3 3s, 3 4s and 16 as it is. See here, this is LCM. So even though one number is not divisible, I can go forward. But in the case of HCF, it is done. We cannot move forward in this case. We should leave here itself. Understood? We cannot take this step. This 3 step we cannot take in case of HCF. Next. You can go with the 2 table or 4 table, it is up to you. For your better understanding, I will go with this only. Next 2 table, 3, 1, 4. Next 2 table, 3, 1, 2. Okay, so what will be my LCM in this case? 2 3s are 6, 6 2s are 12, 12 2s are 24, 24 2s are 48, 48 3s are, 48 3s are, it will become 144, 144 2s are 288. That means after 288 minutes, they all will time together once again. So 288 minutes means what, students? 288 minutes means how many hours? Tell me. 4 hours means 240 minutes. Why? Because 4 into 60. So this will become how much for us? 4 hours 48 minutes. This becomes what for us? 4 hours 48 minutes. That means once again they all will ring or chime together after 4 hours 48 minutes. Okay, understood? Right, next one. The LCM of two numbers is 280 and their ratio is 7:8. The two numbers are. Okay, given that the LCM of two numbers is what? LCM is 280. And the ratio between those two numbers are given as what? 7:8. If two numbers are in the ratio of 7:8, then what you people will assume those two numbers as? Two numbers will become what? Now the two numbers will become 7x and 8x. Why? Because those two numbers are in the ratio of 7:8. Now already we discussed what is this x? This x is where x is equal to HCF. Where x is nothing but their HCF. We know one formula. What is the relation between LCM HCF and two numbers of the given numbers? Product of two numbers is equal to product of their LCM and HCF. Their LCM and HCF. We all know this formula. Product of two numbers will be equal to product of their LCM and HCF, right? So what are the two numbers for us according to this? 7x and 8x. So 7x into 8x is equal to, given the LCM, what is LCM? 280. And what is the HCF? X. X. HCF will become what for us here? X. So now x will get cancelled with x. Next 7 ones are 7 4 zeros. Next 8 ones, 8 5s. So what is the value of x we got here? 5. The value of x we got here is 5. Okay. So if x is 5, what are the two numbers? Those two numbers will become what? One is 7x, that is 35, and the other one is 8x, that is 40. So the two numbers for us in this case is 35 and 40. 35 and 40. 35 and 40 are the given two numbers. See here, students, what few students thinks here is, sir, we will go with the option verification. Yes, you can go with the option verification, but usually it will waste a lot of time. Okay, by option verification, we can cancel few options also. What are those options? See here, is 54 and 68 are in the ratio of 7:8? Generally, if I further cancel it, what it becomes? In which table we can cancel them? In two table I will go, 27 and 34. Right, 27 and 34. 27 and 34 are what? Co-primes. Why? Because I cannot further cancel those two numbers. So this is not my given number. This should not be my answer. Next 70 and 80, yes, they are in the ratio of 7:8. There is a chance. Next 28 and 36. 28 and 36, are they, if I cancel them in 4 table, 7:12. But what is the ratio between those two numbers? 7:8. These two are also gone. So now I need to check these two numbers only. Find the LCM of 70 and 80 and 35 and 40. Try to get the answer. Is LCM of 70 and 80 is 280? No, it is not at all possible. So the only option left for us is 35 and 40. 35 and 40. You can mark like that also your answer. But usually what happens is, in this case, by the ratio itself, we were able to cancel two options. But in general, in examinations, the ratio, if you cancel them, definitely they will give the options in such a manner that their ratio is 7:8 only. Maximum for all the options, they will try to give the answer as 7:8. So you need to check for LCMs of all the given numbers. It is waste of time. Instead of that, if you know the concept very easily and quickly, you can solve the question. Okay, without the help of, see, I am explaining you, so I am writing each and everything. But in general, you need not to write all these things on a paper. Directly you can apply this one. Directly you can write this step. By reading the question itself, 7x into 8x is equal to 280 into x, and you can write the two numbers directly. Okay, next one. Now see here, the product of two numbers is 4107. If the HCF of these numbers is 37, the greater number is. Now see here students, assume that, and first of all we will write the given, the product of two numbers is what? 4107. Product is what? 4107, and the HCF they given for us is what? 37. The HCF they given for, that means if the HCF is 37, definitely the two numbers will be multiples of 37, right? The two numbers will be multiples of 37, or let the ratio between two numbers be what we can write? A is to B. I am assuming that the ratio between two numbers is A is to B, and their HCF is 37. Now tell me what will be the two numbers? What will be the two numbers? Therefore, two numbers are, one is 37A and the other one is 37B. Am I correct? That is a concept which we have learned till now, or else you can directly assume that if HCF is 37, definitely the two numbers will be multiples of 37. One you can take it as 37A and the other one is as 37B. If not also, if you take like this also, you will get the answer very clearly. Okay. Product they given for us is 4107, and that means the product of these two numbers will be equal to 4107. So that means therefore 37A into 37B is equal to 4107. Am I correct? Why? Because product of two numbers they given for us is 4107. Okay, now cancel it. Definitely it will get cancelled. Why? Because by multiplying these two only this number was derived, right? So definitely it will get cancelled. Blindly you can go for cancellation. 37 ones are 37, you will be left with 40 one time, you will be left with 3 one time. Am I correct? Next 37 ones are 37 threes are. Now at last what you got? AB is equal to 3. Sir, now we got AB is equal to 3. How we need to decide? We know one more property. The numbers in the ratios will be what always? The numbers in the ratios will be always co-primes. The numbers in the ratios will be always co-primes. Now tell me, product of which two co-prime numbers you will get 3? 1 and 3, right? 1 and 3 is 3. 1 and 3, 1 3s are 3 and 1 and 3 are co-primes. So that means one value will be 1 and the A value will be 1 and B value will be 3. So A is equal to 1 and B is equal to 3. So that A is to B value will become what for us in this case? 1 is to 3. A is to B value will become what? 1 is to 3, or if you can take also the reverse way also. No problem. There is no any particular. Now the greater number will become what? 3 parts will be greater than 1 part, right? And the number will become what? Two numbers are 37A and 37B. So one number will become 37 into 1 and the other number will become 37 into 3. So one number will be 37 and the other number will be 111. So here our answer will become 111. So here our answer will be 111. Understood, students? From the concepts, we learnt already these concepts. HCF we have written, and A and B, we should know that A and B are co-primes. Here A and B are co-primes. What is the reason? Any numbers which are present in the ratios will be always co-primes. Why? Because when we will write the ratio, if it is not further cancelable, then only we will stop our cancellation. Will you write anywhere ratio as 5:10? No, you will never write ratio as 5:10. What you will do, you will once again cancel it and then finally you will write 1:2. But you will never say the ratio as 5:10. That is completely wrong. 1:2 until and unless those numbers becomes co-primes, till that point we will cancel them. Okay. So here our answer will be this one. Okay. Next one. Right. The number of pairs of positive integers whose sum is 99 and HCF is 9. Okay. They said that sum is 99 and HCF is 9, and we need to find the number of pairs of such positive integers. See here, students, when it comes to the previous examples, you can solve them with the help of options or any other method. But when it comes to this question, definitely you should know the concept. Without knowing the concept, you cannot solve. Why? Because see here, HCF is 9, right? If HCF is 9, what are the two numbers I can take? Two numbers becomes what now? Tell me. two numbers will become 9A and 9B. Assume that those two numbers are 9A and 9B. 9A and 9B. Why? Because HCF is 9. And the ratio between them will become what? Ratio becomes what here? A is to B. A is to B. Ratio becomes A is to B. Okay. And A and B are what? Co-primes. A and B are what? Co-primes. Now, two numbers are 9A and 9B, right? And the sum they given for us in this case is what? 99. The sum given for us in this case is 99. So that means therefore 9A plus 9B is equal to 99. 9A plus 9B is equal to 99. If I take 9 common here, what it becomes? A plus B is equal to 99. 9 ones, 9 11s. So A plus B value will become what for me in this case? 11. Okay, good, superb. A plus B is 11. And we already know that A and B are what? A and B are what? Co-primes. A and B are what? Co-primes. Now try to write the co-prime pairs of A and B such that their sum is 11. So 1 and 10. 1 and 10 are co-primes. Why? Because their HCF is 1. Okay, their sum is 11. That is fine. Next, 2 and 9. 2 and 9. 2 plus 9 is 11 and their 2 and 9 are co-primes. That is also possibility. Next, 3 and 8. Yes, 3 plus 8 is 11 and 3 and 8 are co-primes. That means their HCF is 1. There is a possibility for that. Next, 4 and 7. I can take these two numbers also, right? 4 and 7. Yes, 4 I can take and 4 plus 7 is 11 and 4 and 7 are co-primes. That is also possibility. Next for me, 5 and 6. Yes, 5 plus 6 is 11 and 5 and 6 are co-primes. So overall, don't say once again, sir, like this I can continue 6 and 5. No, already these are pairs only, right? Whether you write first or next, it doesn't matter for us. So total how many pairs we got here? 5 pairs. 5 pairs. So to write these 5 pairs, what is the concept we used here? Co-primes concept. You should know that any two numbers which are present in the ratios will be always co-primes. If you know that, then you will easily answer this question as 5 pairs. If not, it is not going to happen. You will never get the answer for this type of questions. Okay. Next one. 3 persons started walking together. Okay. These are the questions which were asked in the previous UPSC CSAT paper, students. So now see here, 3 persons start walking together and their steps measure 40 centimeters, 42 centimeters and 45 centimeters. Okay. What is the minimum distance each should walk so that each can cover the same distance in complete steps? Okay. Now, complete steps means here. One step, complete step. That means everyone should be make a complete step now here. Now, same step, similar one. This one is related to our traffic light signals or bell rings. All this comes under the same case. Now, what we need to find here? You need to find the LCM. We need to find the LCM. So, please try to find the LCM of 40, 42 and 45 here. 40, 42 and 45. What is the LCM we will get here? We will go with 2 table initially. 2 20s are, 2 21s are, 45 is unchanged. Anyway, LCM, so we need not to worry much about that one. Next, I will go with 3 table. 3 20s. Why? Because 20 is not divisible with 3. 7s and 15. Right. Next, I will go with 5 table. 5 4s are 20. 5 7 remains same and 3. Okay. Now, at last 2 table. 2, 2, 7 and 3. Actually, it is not necessary, but to bring an uniformity, I am doing that one. That's it. In the procedure, I am doing that. Now, multiply them. What you will get? 2 3s are 6, 6 5s are 30, 32s are 60, 62s are 120, 127s are what you will get? 840, 843s are you will get 2520. 2520 what it is? Centimeters. 2520 what it is? Centimeters. But please observe the options. Whatever the options which they have given, it is in meters and centimeters. So, please convert that into meters. 2520 centimeters. If I want to convert it into meters, very simple. I will divide it with 100 and meters. That means what it will become? Actually 25.2 meters. 25.2 meters. So please see here, this 0.2 meters, I can write it as 20 centimeters. 0.2 meters is equal to 20 centimeters. So 25 meters and 20 centimeters. 25 meters, 20 centimeters. So like this, we will write our final answer. So this type of questions are very, very important. They may ask you. Next one. In a school, every student is assigned a unique identification number. Student is a football player. If the student is a football player, if and only if his identification number is divisible by 4. That means for a football player, now tell me what are the chances of his numbers, identification number, multiples of 4, right? Definitely it should be a multiple of 4. That means 4, 8, 12, 16 like this. His number should be like this. Football player number will be 4, 8, 12, 16 and so on. Now, whereas a student is a cricket, if and only if the identification number is divisible by 6. Okay, that means the student, if he is a cricket player, his identification number should be what? Multiples of 6. 6, 12, 18, 24, something like this. His identification numbers are in this manner. Now, if every number from 1 to 100 is assigned, okay, all the numbers from 1 to 100 is assigned to a student, then how many of them play cricket as well as football? Now, I need to identify how many persons will play cricket as well as football. That is the case. Now, see here how I can do. The first one is, first of all, tell me, who is the first player who can play both football and cricket? Please observe here, whose identification is 12. He is going to play football as well as cricket. Football as well as cricket. Like this, up to 100 I need to write. So what is this 12 actually? If you closely observe it, this 12 is nothing but the LCM of 4 and 6. LCM of 4 and 6. So that means, therefore, what is the LCM of 4 and 6 for us? LCM of 4 and 6 is 12. That means the first person whose identification number is 12, he will play both football as well as cricket. Now like this, we need to find up to 100. Already I told you, if in the range, if you want to find how many times it will occur or how many players are there. In this case, it is how many players are there up to 100 means very simple. Divide 100 with 12. 12 8s are 96 and you will be left with remainder 4. We will not bother about this remainder. We will only concentrate on this quotient. So now tell me how many players are there who can play both football as well as cricket means here we have 8 players. 8 students are there who will play both football as well as cricket. Football as well as cricket. This is an application of our LCM and HCF students. Directly the question is not from LCM and HCF, but this is the application of LCM and HCF. Understood? Right. Next one. See here, 5 persons fire bullets at a target at an interval of, okay, 5 persons are firing bullets at a target at an interval of 6, 7, 8, 9 and 12 seconds. Right? The number of times they would fire the bullet together at the target in an hour is. At the target in an hour is. This is the question they asked for us. Now please observe here. So for every 5, this many times they are applying. So when they will occur simultaneously, we will see first of all. First of all, we will find the LCM. What is the LCM of 6, 7, 8, 9 and 12? 6, 7, 8, 9 and 12. Please find the LCM of these numbers. 6, 7, 8, 9 and 12. Okay, in 2 table I will go first. 2 3s are, 7s are, 4s are, 9 and 6. Next in 3 table I will go. 3 1s, 7, 4, 3 and 2. Right, next in 2 table. 2 1, 7, 2, 3 and 1. Now we are left with only prime numbers here, right? So now multiply it. 2 3s are 6, 6 2s are 12, 12 7s are 84, 84 2s are 168, 168 3s are, 168 3s are what you will get here? 504. That means they all will fire together at for every 504 seconds, once for every 504 seconds. Now, the number of times they would fire the bullet together at a target in an hour is. In 1 hour, how many times they will fire the target. So 1 hour means, see, to happen this event for one time, it is going to take what time? 504 seconds, right? It is going to take 504 seconds. In 1 hour, in a 1 hour means how many seconds? 60 into 60 seconds. How many times it will happen? How many times it will happen? Let us assume it as some n times. This event may occur for n times. They may fire the bullet target for n times. So now what it becomes here? N into 504 is equal to 3600. Cross multiplication. Nothing but cross multiplication. Now simply divide 3600 with 504. What you will get? 3600 by 504. 504 sevens are 3500. 3500 plus 28. 3528. So what is the remainder we will get in this case? 72. 72. As I have already told you, we will not bother about the remainder. We only concentrate on this. So how many times they will fire on the target? They fire on the target together for 7 times. 7 times. Okay. All the 5 people can fire the bullet simultaneously on the target for how many times in this case? 7 times. Understood? We will see the next one. What is the least 4-digit number which when divided by 3, 4, 5 and 6 leaves a remainder 2 in each case? See here students, here we can do this problem in 2 ways. The first one is option verification. You need to verify the options, and how you will verify? Tell me. What is the question? They ask least 4-digit number, right? So always verify from the least option. Why? Because that is least 4-digit number. So first verify 1012 and then verify 1022 and so on. Okay, so first we will see the option verification and then we will go to the problem solving in general method. 1012. If I divide 1012 with 3, what is the remainder? I will get 3 ones, 3 threes is 9, 1 1, 4 threes I will get. Once again 22 means I will get a remainder as 1. So this is not my answer. Why? Because when I divide it with all the numbers, what is the remainder I should get? 2 in each case. So anyway, with the help of division by 3 itself, my first option went wrong. So no need to verify. Why? Because when I divide 1012 with 3, the remainder I got there was 1, which is not at all possible for me. Now next option is 1022. 1022. Now tell me, what is the divisibility rule of 3? You can do with that also. Sum of the numbers should be divisible by 3. Like that also you can do, or else do it in the general manner. 3 ones, what you will get? 3 threes are 9. I will left with 1, 1, 2. So it is exactly divisible 4 and 0. Why? Because 2 is the remainder here. I will be left with 2. So directly I cannot take 2. So 340, if I multiply with 340, what is the remainder I will get here? 2. Okay, with 3 it is satisfied. Next 1022, it should be divisible by 4. When I divide it with 4, what is the divisibility rule of 4? Last 2 digits. So 22 by 4, what is the remainder you will get? 2. This one is also satisfied. Next 1022 by 5. We all know 1020 is anywhere divisible by 5. So this one is also satisfied. That one is also gone. Next with 6, 1022. With 6, when I divide it with 6, what is the remainder I will get? We will see. 6 ones are 6. I will be left with 4. 4 twos are 7. The exactly multiple, and 0 times is 0, and what is the remainder I will get here? 2. So like that I can say that my answer is 1022. This is one method. This is one method by doing the option verification. And if you want to solve the same one with the help of concept, what we can do here, students, please see here. There is a number which is divisible by all these numbers but giving a remainder as a 2 in each case. So can I say this one number as, that number as multiple of 3, 4, 5 and 6, common multiple plus 2, right? Why? Because if it is exactly divisible means remainder is 0. But here in this case we are getting a remainder as 2. That means plus 2. So first of all, please find the LCM of 3, 4, 5 and 6. 3, 4, 5 and 6. LCM of 3, 4, 5 and 6. What you will get? LCM of 3, 4, 5 and 6. Solve it, students. 3 and 5 are anyway prime numbers. What is the LCM of 4 and 6? 12. Like that also you can do, or else do it in a general process. Don't get confused. If you know it, well and good. If not also, no problem. 2 table, 3, 2, 5 and 3. Next 3 table, 1, 2, 5 and 1. 2 3s are 6, 6 2s are 12, 12 5s are 60. So, the LCM is here what for us? 60. LCM is what for us here? 60. Understood? So, LCM is 60. Now, but what is our case? Least 4-digit number. Usually, what is the least 4-digit number, students? 1000 is the least 4-digit number. Now, try to write the multiple of 60 which is above 1000. Multiple of 60 which is just above 1000. 60 into what you can multiply? Or for time being 6 table when you will get this 100 in general, or else 0 0 get cancelled, like that also you can do. Tell me 60 table when you will get this one? 60 12s are, 60 12s are, or else 60 16s are. 60 16s are what you will get? 16 6s are 96 and 0 960. And now next 60 17s, 60 17s, that means plus 60 what you will get here? 1020. You can do like this, or else divide 1000 with 60. Divide 1000 with 60. 60 ones are 60. So, what is the remainder? You will get 40. Next, this 0 will come here. So, in 60 table when you will get 60, 6 are 360. What is the remainder? 40. Here remainder is 40. Okay. So, now how much I need to add to this 40 so that it is exactly divisible to 60? How much I need to add to 40? How much I need to add to 40? I need to add 20 more so that it will be exactly divisible to 40. That means if I add 20 to this 1000, 1000 plus 20. So, 1020 is the least 4-digit number which is exactly divisible by 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. But what we want? Do we want an exactly divisible one? No. We want it should leave a remainder 2. To give a remainder 2, what it should become? 1022. 1022. So, our answer here becomes 1022. So, instead of that, students, if you are really good in divisions, please go with the option verification. My suggestion is please go with the option verification. And always try to check from the least one. Why? Because we want the least 4-digit number. Okay, understood? Right. The next one. A person X want to distribute some pens among 6 children A, B, C, D, E and F. Okay, he want to distribute it between some children A, B, C, D, E and F. Suppose A gets twice the number of pens received by B. That means B value will be equal to A by 2. Next, 3 times that of C. That means C value will become what? A by 3. Next, 4 times that of D. That means D will get A by 4. 5 times that of E, E will get A by 5. And 6 times that of F, F will get A by 6. A by 6. Like this, right? Number of books. Okay. What is the minimum number of pens X should buy so that the number of pens each one gets is an even number? Okay. Now, I need to get an even number. Now, see here, students. If every person is getting an even number means, one basic thing, what will be the sum of all the even numbers? Even number only, right? So, will we get the answer in odd number? No. So, 147 is not at all our answer. By reading the question itself, we can delete that option. 147 will never be our answer. What is the reason? Here actually each and every student should get what? Number of pens in even number. So, that one is cancelling. So, very simple. Very simple. Now, after writing this, you can simply do the option verification. Simply do the option verification. First, we will do the option verification and then we will go to the general procedure. First one, if I assume my number of pens as 150, B will get how many? 150 by total. Assume that. Okay. If I assume that total as 150. Now, we will see. Okay, this is total, right? Not A. Okay. Now, tell me sum of all the 6 persons. A plus B plus C plus D plus E plus F. This value we need to find here. So, this value is equal to, now please here, can I write in this manner? A plus A by 2 plus A by 3 plus A by 4 plus A by 5 plus A by 6. What is the reason? The reason is, this is the reason. I am converting everything in terms of A. Everything in the terms of A. Now, if you do so, what is the LCM of 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6? Just now we solved that it will be equal to 60. So, now what happens to this? 60A plus 30A plus 20A plus 15A plus 12A plus 10A. When you add all this, what you will get here? 90, 90 plus 20, 110, 110 plus 15, 125, 125 plus 12, 137, 137 plus 10, 147. 147A by 60. That means the total value should be equal to 147A by 60. 147A by 60. Now, please observe here one thing, students. If you go and purchase it, if you go and purchase the books, now our number will be always in a particular number, right? That means if you go to a shop, you will ask you give me 10 pence, 5 pence, 8 pence, like this. Will you ever ask a number in this manner? Can you give me 1.5 pen or 2 point? Will never be in a decimal, right? So that means one thing is very clear, 147A by 60 should be exactly divisible. 147A is exactly divisible by 60. That is the concept. Then only it will be divisible, else it will not be divisible. Now this 147A by 60 value should be equal to what? This 147 by A by 60 value, if I assume this value is equal to some 150, what will happen? Is it possible first of all to become 150? We will check in general. If I assume this as 150, what will happen? Let me check. See here, in 3 table, I will cancel it. What it will become? 49. Okay. If I multiply to this side, A value will become what? Usually 150 into 60, not 60, 20. 20 by 49. Is 150 by, if 150 into 20 by 49, is it a perfect number? No. Definitely we will get the answer in decimal. We will never get the answer in a perfect value number. So, 150 is not our answer. 150 will never be our answer. For example, similarly, if I take that as 300, instead of 150, if I take here 300, 300 also will never be our answer. Why? Because here also if you take 300, you will get the answer in decimals. Now, only one left for us is 294. So, 294 will be our answer. But we need to cross check it. How you will cross check it? 147A by 60 is equal to 294. Now, 147 ones are, 145 twos are. So, A value will become what for me here? 120. A value will become 120. Okay, that is satisfied. But we need to check one more thing. All the numbers should be even though that is the answer, just for your verification. B will get how many? 60. Why? Because 120 by 2, this will become 60. 120 by 3, it will become what? 40. 120 by 4, it will become what? 30. 120 by 5, it will become what? 24. 125 by 6, it will become what? 20. All the numbers are what? Even numbers. So that means our answer here will become what? 294. Like this you can do the answer for this question. Next one. There are 5 hobby clubs in a college: photography, yachting, chess, electronics and gardening. Okay. The gardening group meets every second day. Okay. Gardening, for every 2 days they will meet. Okay. Next, the electronics group meets every 3rd day. Electronics will meet every 3rd day. That means for every 3 days. The chess group meets every 4th day. So, chess will meet for every 4 days. The yachting group meets for every 5 days. So, yachting will meet for every 5 days. And the photography on every 6th. Okay, photography on every 6th day. Okay, right. In how many times do all the 5 group meet on the same day within 180 days? So, that means here they given us the time frame. Already we know how to find the LCM of these times. LCM of 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. What is the LCM of 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6? Just now we calculated what it is, 60. That means on every 60th day they all will meet together. That means in 180 days how many times will they meet together? They all will meet together for 3 times. They all will meet together for how many times? 3 times. 180 by 3. You may think one more doubt, sir. So why they should meet on the first day itself? If they meet on, yes, if they meet on the other day also, no problem. Still they will meet for 180 times. 3 times in a 180 days time period. 3 times in 180 days time period. No need to worry. 180 by 60. Directly you can take 3 times. 180 by 60. Directly you can take it as 3 times. Okay. The next one. Right. What is the greatest length x such that 3.5 meters and 8 3 by 4 meters? This is 3.5 students and this is 8 3 by 4 meters are integral multiples of x. Integral multiples of x means what? Tell me first of all. What is this? What is the meaning of integral multiples? What is the meaning of integral multiples? Integral multiples means nothing but factors. Integral multiples are nothing but the factors. Here indirectly they are asking us to find the HCF. Integral multiples means factors. Okay. Integral multiples of x. Now we need to take the HCF of 3.5 and 3.5 means what I can write? 7 by 2. And 8 3 by 4 means what I can write? 3 8 4s are 32. 32 plus 3 is 35 by 4. So these are the two numbers. Now I need to find the HCF of 7 by 2 and 35 by 4. See students, already I told you how you will find the HCF of P by Q forms. How you find the HCF of P by Q forms? Here we can take the HCF of numerators. What are the numerators? 7 and 35 by LCM of denominators. What is the LCM of denominators? What are the denominators here for us? 2 and 4. 2 and 4 are the denominators. HCF of numerators by LCM of denominators. If you want to find the LCM, reverse. LCM of numerators by HCF of denominators. But here HCF. So what is HCF of 35 and 7? 7 itself. The HCF of 35 and 7 is 7. If you have any doubt, check that one. 7 35, 7 ones, 7 5s. Stopped here itself, right? So what is the HCF? 7 by what is the LCM of 2 and 4? 4. So our answer will become what? 7 by 4. But please see here, what will be our answer? Will we write our answer in a improper fraction? No, we never write our answer in improper fraction. So what we will write this as 1 3 by 4 meters. So our answer here will become 1 3 by 4 meters. 1 3 by 4 meters. Understood? Already we discussed this one while discussing number system. We never write our answer in improper fraction. We always write our answer either in proper fraction or else in mixed fraction. Right? Next one. If you have two straight sticks of length 7.5 feet, okay, and 3.25 feet, okay, what is the minimum length that you can measure? What is the minimum length that you can measure? Now, tell me, what is the minimum length that we can measure by using these two? By using these two, what is the minimum length that you can measure? This one is nothing but the HCF. That means what usually, what is its actual meaning is, by using these two, I need to measure the things. I know that one is 7.5 feet and the other one is 3.25 feet. So how I can arrange them usually? By putting them side by side. What is the minimum measure? Minimum length that you can measure. Minimum length, not a maximum length, minimum length. So that means if you were able to write the HCF of the common factor between these two, we can tell the answer. So now here we need to find the HCF. HCF of 7.5 comma 3.25. Already I told you how we will find the HCF of decimals. HCF of decimals, how we are going to find? We are going to find, first before finding the decimals, what I will do is, I will write this as 7.50 and this as 3.25. I can write, right? Yes, I can write. So after writing that, what we will do? I told you that we will, for time being, ignore the numbers or decimal points. So the two numbers will become what for me? 325 and 750. So now please find the HCF of these two numbers. 750 and 325. I will go with 5 table. 5 1 times, 5 times and 0 times. 5 6 are 30 and 5 times. Next once again 5 table. 5 3s, 0s and 13s. I cannot further divide this. Why? Because this is the case of HCF. HCF. So I will stop here itself. So what will be my HCF here? 25. 25 is the HCF of 750 and 325. But actually, do we need to find the HCF of 750 and 325? No, we need to find the HCF of 7.50 and 3.25. So, put a decimal point before 2 digits. So, what will be the HCF of our given number? 0.25 foot. So, the minimum distance which we can measure here is by using those two scales is 0.25 foot, HCF of those two numbers. Simple, students, don't get confused. Ignore the decimal point. Before ignoring, make sure that the decimal point length will be equal, and then find the LCM or HCF, and at last put the decimal point. That's it. Understood? Right? This is the questions. These are the questions for us which are related to our LCM and HCF concept. Very simple and easy concept. Then we may get a question directly, or we will use applications of this in some other concept. Right? Thank you very much. We will see one more concept in our next session. Thank you.